Shikimori is Not Just a Cutie is the most 7 out of 10 show I've ever seen. That's not to say it's bad or anything, but it's meh. I mean, beyond the main story beat of Izumi having a stroke of bad luck and then Shikimori bailing him out, what's really happening most of the time? I mean, besides Hachimitsu looking like she wants to end it all. I think starting out switching the main character traits of the main female lead and main male lead was interesting. Think about it. It's not really something that's been done a whole lot, but then over half the episodes are about that, and I feel that it gets old fast. I honestly feel like it starts to dumb down Izumi's personality a bit, and a lot of his lines are just him complaining about having bad luck. Eventually we get to a point where it feels like Izumi becomes a side character, with most episodes focusing on Shikimori. There's even an episode where he's completely gone, and when everyone's interacting with each other without Izumi, it's just sort of more interesting. It gives the rest of the characters a chance to actually shine. Anyways, there were 2 plotlines in the show that actually got me really invested. The first one was the introduction of Kamiya and the subsequent backstory between her and Izumi, and the second was Shikimori's childhood, where it showed her struggles with her own individuality. But even that storyline has its flaws. We'll get to those 2 plotlines in a second, but first let's talk about the side characters for a bit. First we have Hachimitsu, probably one of the more interesting characters in the show. She's very indoorsy and doesn't like doing anything physical at all. Her expression never seems to change from a dormant, lifeless stare, and I can relate to that. Throughout most of the show, she doesn't have much ambition unless it's to make her friends happy. The thing I've noticed about the show is that, aside from the occasional saving Izumi from Truck-kun, the stakes are very low. Their biggest worries seem to be if they can win the big sports festival, or what outfit should Shikimori wear on her date, or oh shit, oh fuck, Izumi is drowning. Next up is Inuzaka, whose personality screams best friend of the main protag. We honestly don't get too much character development from him besides Shikimori being jealous of how close Inuzaka and Izumi are. Nekozaki is pretty much what Inuzaka is to Izumi, and yeah, not a ton of time is really spent on most of the side cast here, which is understandable, but they still take up so much screen time, and a lot of the time it feels like they've been relegated to comic relief. I would love to talk more about the side characters, but they have all the dimensionality of a burnt piece of toast. So with the introduction of Ramona Flowers, Kamiya, we're given the second love interest in a show that really didn't need it. I mean, I like the character of Kamiya, and her relationship with Izumi is cool, but in a show that mainly focuses on comical, bad luck-based situations, it feels sort of off. Honestly, I think the entire joke of the show, Izumi having bad luck and Shikimori helping him out of it, starts to drag everything down with it. It starts to become a crutch and begins to feel like the same joke over and over again. Now, where I think it starts to actually get very interesting is when we see Shikimori struggle to find her own individuality and the lengths she goes to make her dreams come true. To begin with, she pretty much just shadows everything her brother does, becoming very good at karate and even winning a tournament. But one day, when her friend shows her a shoujo manga, she realizes that her dream in life is to become cute, fall in love, and get a boyfriend. Yeah, that's a really great message there. I don't know, when the whole personality of a character boils down to being in a relationship with someone else, then I start to lose interest. Like, we're shown that Shikimori is good at everything she tries, but taking away almost everything interesting about her and then focusing all of the show's attention on her relationship feels like it's not doing the character justice. In later episodes, it's shown that starting out she wasn't good at relationships to begin with, in stark contrast to, well, everything about her, which I suppose would be a good way to take things, but this only lasts for like 2 minutes in one single flashback. They don't elaborate on it much further than that. Overall, the show did a lot of things right. None of the characters are annoying or hard to watch, but we get to a point where either a lot of episodes feel super similar, or we get entire flashback episodes out of nowhere. It's pretty average on the scale of romance comedy anime out there, and it's cool having a strong female character, but honestly, everyone seems sort of bland in comparison to Shikimori. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie is pretty much just meh. Oh, but Izumi's mom though, she's got dimension and tons of character, and she's a dami.